Hi, this is a securial alert for indie authors. My name is Karina Vega. I'm an indie author just like you, and in my day to day job, I am a service delivery manager in an IT company with years of experience in different areas in IT. What I've noticed firsthand since I started publishing my books is the sheer number of scam targeting indie authors with email messages, fake services, and so on. I don't know if I just had a bad luck or if I landed on someone's list, but I've seen enough to know this is a growing problem. So this is something I want to reach out into the indie community, in the authors community, and provide this series of security awareness for indie authors because it's already very hard to balance work and family and life and dedicate the little time we have for writing and following our true passion. We really don't need all of these scammers and trying to take advantage of us. So I will be creating these short videos, hopefully short videos, where I'm just pointing out a few things, how to look for scam points and how to avoid links that can, steal your books, and how to, I don't know, provide a little bit more engagement in determining a true potential agent versus a scammer, and so on. Okay, so what I have done, I picked this email address from this gentleman or person. I'm not sure what gender they are. But what I want, with the first thing I check when I receive an email is I check the email address. That is the first indicator for spammer. Uh, they have this subject that automatically makes me think something is not quite right because I wouldn't expect for someone that is professional to have emojis or brackets in their subject. But what 100% will determine if it's a spam or a legitimate account would be the email address always. So this particular scammer is quite intelligent because see how it says info full stop and then a name. That part would automatically make someone think, oh, if they're not careful, they will automatically think this is a legitimate account because it has a generic like an info or contact or something around those lines, and then an email address. Now, that is incorrect because what determines if it's a legitimate is what is after the at symbol. So this particular one is at gmail.com. That automatically tells me it's a spammer because in a moment I'm going to show you mine, and the difference between a real one and a spammer is that this part should point to the domain of a legitimate person in the industry. So see how even this here, this is an image that can have links connected to it. Obviously, in for me, because of the work I do, I have a lot of security in place. So all of these things would be automatically blocked and flagged on my side. So for you guys, I don't expect you to have this. So that's why I'm presenting it as a reply as well, so you see what I mean, and educate you from different pointers to verify if it's a legitimate account or not. Okay, so what I meant before is see again how this is at gmail.com, and mine, if you come down here, this person is at gmail.com, and mine is at Karina Vega. So this is what you would call a domain. So no self-respected person in the industry would ever have at gmail.com or at yahoo.com or whatever other, I'm not really sure what was the most trendy, but I get a lot from Gmail that are spammers. So this particular spammer is quite intelligent because he does have an info dot and a name, and that automatically would make a lot of people fall for it. But again, what matters is what is after the at symbol. So in this case, it's at gmail.com, where a legitimate one would be like mine at karinavega.com. So again, that would determine for me from the get-go it's a spam. But for you guys, I'll touch on more pointers just in case. So again, the subject, I would not expect some emojis. Never. In a professional environment, I would never expect an emoji in the subject or bracket. Then he goes blah 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 blah, and again a lot of symbols, a lot of typos and things like that. And if I come down at the signature area, obviously for me it's safe to do this, but for you guys, whatever you do, please, and I cannot stress this enough, please do not click in this area at all. So because see, the moment I clicked on it, it's actually an image. It's not an authentic. See, those lines around it will tell me it's actually an image, and obviously that, let me turn it. That's another indicator it's an image. So this type of images can have links uh, attached to it that can obviously infect your device and all sorts of things that I don't want to get too much into that, but please do not. See how it's all white, so you wouldn't know on your side, you wouldn't know. So whatever you do, do not click in this area at all on your side. So just you come down, you scroll, and you come down and you look and you go like, yeah, I checked the email, it's 100% it's a scammer. I checked the subject, it's 100% it's a scammer. I come down, I check the signature. So what I expect to see in this area is consistency. So obviously I would expect in the font, typically, and any self-respected company would always have some sort of automated email signature in for all of their employees. So it would never be an image. And I know that this has been altered because see how even the Amazon, the A in the Amazon is not bolded like the rest of it, so that the font is inconsistent. This is 100% yells at me that it was inserted somehow and so on. And even in here it says at gmail.com, which again we know now that that is a domain. It should be a domain and not a generic email address. So this person is 100% not from Amazon. And the last point that I see for a lot of scammers, it always amuses me that they chuck as many logo as possible. Just believe me, I'm from Amazon. No, I don't. So in this case, he very generously added 3. No, no, just absolutely not. No Amazon employee would ever have 3 yeah, 3 logos of any sort. So just to recap, the what is after at in the email signature, let me scroll up so you guys can see it better. So what is after the at symbol is what determines if it's a spammer or not the beginning part. again, this particular spam was quite intelligent, because you would expect from someone in the industry to have an info which determines it's like a generic email address, and then a name, uh, which is, again, you will say, yeah, I can see that, but the moment it says at Gmail, it means it's 100% a spammer, because it's a generic email address, allows everyone in the world to create it. An authentic email address would be info or contact, or even if I would put Karina, it doesn't really matter. But what truly determines its authentic email address is the domain, which mine is karinavega.com, means I'm paying for it, I own it, I can do whatever I want with it. Then the subject, I would not expect emojis and brackets from a professional. And when you come inside the email address, again, typos and things like that. This particular person was quite intelligent and did, 5 minutes of research into me and those other authentic main characters for that particular book, which kind of makes me, a little bit go like, oh, I give it the respect of putting the effort to try to make a decent fake scam account, and you did the 5 seconds, Google, Amazon search on my work and got the names correctly, but everything else screams spammer. I want to, obviously, to leave it on a positive note, and I'm just going, why why chose this particular email is I found it hilarious, and I just wanted to leave it on a positive note, because, as I said, I'm planning to do a series of in the author security awareness education videos, and I just wanted to, at least the first one, to to finish it on a positive note. Okay, so this person emails me. Yeah, it says, "Hi Karina, hope you're doing great. I'm doing fabulous. My name's Samson, and let me start by saying I am not a promoter, marketer, or one of those people offering 50 reviews for $20. If I were, I'd probably have a yacht by now." Now, I am not sure what type of yacht this person is referring to, but I can only assume it's a toys yacht and not a real yacht, because $20, even as a toy yacht, would not be a very good toy yacht. And then he going on and whatnot. So he was funny. I had a few really good laughs out of this email. But yes, if you found it useful, please um, like, share, subscribe. No, not subscribe. Like, share, and follow. Let me move my Grammarly out of there. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning for me in Australia, where I am. So please forgive me if I rambled a little bit, or I hope I was coherent enough. I am very tired, but I wanted to do this for so long. And I hope you find it useful, and as many people as I can warn and educate would be amazing. See you in the next one.